Okay, hard fought. And again, I said it again last week and say it again this week. Never easy, always fun when you win. We made it interesting at the end, but fought through the situations, and it was good to see offensively, us do one of those things like we were trying to execute at the end of the game last week when you're taking a knee at the end of the game. Guys fought hard all week long, and in the ball game, a lot of really good guys stepped up and made some really good difference-making plays. As usual, it's never going to be a perfect game. We're going to be working hard behind the scenes on cleaning up a few things, a couple of alignment things, a couple of technique things, but their effort, their intensity is always good. And I've said this before, and I said this, how many weeks ago was it? 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks? I don't know. There's a good young team in there. And when they understand that, and when they take ownership of that, then as coaches, and we pat them on the back, get out of the way and let them play. And that's what we did today. They played well. Questions?
Coach, today's win will snap a 7-year streak of last place finishes. Talk about the importance of that.
That is very important to any prideful man that plays the profession. That is important. I didn't know that, so I appreciate you telling me that too. But a prideful competitor in professional sports, that's important. And I'll use that in the notes this week, so that's good. It's important.
Jarvis and Richard did not hesitate to jump in when they thought Carlos took Baker down a little too rough.
We have each other's back, and we do that. And as you guys have seen how we practice, in the heated up moments of practice, you're never by yourself when you get inside the white lines with us. We're always as a team. We stay as a team, and then what we do every time we can also is that we don't want to hurt the team. We don't want to have unnecessary extended plays or penalty yards and penalty things, and we got some things to clean up there too. But to me personally, that's important to see that we have each other's back. Yes.
Right, did you notice a different intensity with Baker today, especially after calling off?
No, I will tell you this. No, Baker's that way all the time. You guys only get a chance to see a smidgen of it. Okay, and if that looked different to you all because of that, we see it every day. We see it in in the practice settings and stuff. That's who you are, and that's what you want at that position.
He was 23 of 28 after the first quarter. 4 of 9 in quarter number one. Was it safe to say maybe he was a little amped up too much?
And I was looking at that same thing, and then I thought it crossed my mind, but then no, that's who he is, and didn't have to say anything, and I didn't even say anything to him, because sometimes when you bring up something like that to a prideful man, it makes it worse. And the type of things that you want to see out of that is the corrections that he knows how to make. He's a good young man. He's a very good competitor. And if I had to choose, I'd much rather have him amped up than slow-mo. Much rather have it that way.
You're up 28-0 on them at Cincinnati, and of course they're going to adjust to what you did down there. Did it take you a while to adjust back and start getting
the
them
28-0 down there has nothing to do with playing a game today. Everything about today is game. Every competition's different. Every game's different. And our guys did a good job accepting how we had to play today, how we battled through some field position things, how we battled through some setbacks early in the game. You got to play and treat each game as a life of its own, and our guys understand that. We do that every day in practice. We try to simulate that every day in practice, and we treat that as period by period. Okay, this period's a game. This period's a game, and our guys understand that.
What's impressed you the most about Nick Chubb since he took over that starting role?
And again, I keep on saying that. I don't want to jinx him, but you see how strong he is on securing the football. I've been around a lot of guys that don't get that, and since he walked in the door, didn't have to spend much time. Not only is he powerful, not only is he really good vision, but just look at the instincts of protecting the ball. That's excellent.
Does it feel like he has an explosive run or two in him a game?
Every game.
Like he's doing it?
Oh yeah, and we believe that. We believe it's just a matter, when he's getting ready to pop one, and when you have that style or that ability, you can't get frustrated knowing that it's going to come next. It's going to come next. Don't look back, look forward. It's going to come next, and he does a good job with that, and the staff does a good job with that too. They really do a good job with keeping him in that mode.
Right, Larry Ogunjobi and Jamar Avery seem to have big games. Was there something game plan-wise that allowed them to?
No, and a smile on my face as I would tell, you go ahead and print this, because I know that I love it in the defensive room about time. No, but that's been in them. They do that, and it's good to see all of a sudden that then boom, there's some significant making plays that they've been wanting to do those things too. Schematically, we do a lot of different things, and Cincinnati cooperated, and maybe they thought a little bit differently when we put them in a couple of those positions. And I think the plan was really good, and those guys executed well. They came through. They did a good job. Those are significant, big plays right there that puts the play caller on the other side, and in a negative situation. So it was good to see those guys take advantage of that.
Greg, how do you think the fans responded to Baker's challenge?
I think it was outstanding, and it brought back memories to me. And I'm serious, I'm thinking before the ball game, this is how it was when I used to come up here in the late '80s, early '90s. That's what I thought, and I think it's really cool. And it was evident. We talked about it really Thursday, Friday, and then last night's team meeting. We talked quite a bit about that part of it. Let's give the fans something to rock and roll and cheer about. Our players were into it with them, and I think it was great to see the fans, have a great Christmas. And we talked about, help giving them a gift with something like this, and show our appreciation and play the way the Cleveland Browns are supposed to be playing.
What did you think of the reverse pass from Jarvis?
How about that? Anybody want to say they can make a better throw than that? I can't wait for Baker to tell him that he thinks he can make a better throw than that. The only thing is, I kept on thinking as soon as the play was over, I was okay, what's the next one going to come? He's going to be knocking on my door, knocking on Freddie's door, to come up. But what a great athlete. And, we rep that quite a bit. It's not, we've been working that for weeks and weeks and weeks. We back in training camp, all those type of things. But the situation came up. We had it in the plan, and it was an unbelievable throw. And did you see the positioning, Perriman, how he, gave ground to make that catch and created the space, on a tight window throw. Excellent execution.
What about the time of the shovel pass? It seemed as though you had their defense off balance at that point. Did you kind of notice the time in the game when you had their defense?
Well, here's the deal. When you see in those types of plays, yes, we take a look at the body position and the body language of them. So, if their head's down, one of the things you'll see us do, and you see all good teams do, it's not us, they have it. They've been showing it, and we repped and worked hard on after those type of games. If you can get their head down and get to the line of scrimmage in a hurry and get on to the next play, make them be thinking about the next play. And Freddie and the guys did a good job with that. Baker and the guys did a good job with those things. And we have to prepare defensively about that every week. And, most teams show that. We have it in our arsenal too.
Greg, the TV broadcast made a deal out of Baker after the long pass to Njoku, staring down Hugh Jackson on the sideline, backpedaling and staring out.
Oh, no. I'm on to now the Ravens, so no, I didn't see it. So that'll be something we'll chit-chat next week about.
Did Zell have a concussion?
Yes,
He does?
well, right now let me tell you this, I'm not a doctor, but if I was a betting man, I would say he's in protocol. Yeah, so we'll take a look at that. And they did mention that he is in the protocol, so we'll see how it is, yes. Good. Hey, and also, you guys have a good Christmas. You guys do a good job, too. You're pushing hard, and it's been an interesting year, and we got to finish this thing up strong, okay? We got to get ready to go to Baltimore, and any of you guys saw those guys play last night, okay? We got to play well. We got to play well, okay? Merry Christmas.